Hey everybody. I rode around Kilimanjaro today. Crazy. More details on that to come. And I got a super generous gift on Buy Me a Coffee. So I'm staying at this place for the next couple of nights. Check this out. Is this beautiful or what? It's awesome. Yeah, and I think it's going to be good. I'll include some information in the description. Mom, there's the bike. Don't worry. She did amazing. He actually, the Bactrian, did amazing. It was quite the day. So, yeah, God bless. It was awesome. More to come. So in this episode, I am traveling clear around Mount Kilimanjaro. Hey, thanks to everybody who's contributed. Like I said at the beginning, it makes such a difference, really helps me out. And please give this a thumbs up. That really helps me out too. So the first step was to get out of Arusha. My time there was good and that apartment was good, but it was time to leave. I was feeling kind of stagnant there and getting kind of low, and it felt good to get back on the road and get moving. It was a nice enough place. I just didn't want to stay there long term and was already there for quite a while. Oh, look at this umbrella on the Boda Boda. That's cool. And look, it's got like a thing on the back for the passenger, a little extra umbrella. But it was time to leave Arusha. I had to get some fuel. No cards. They don't take cards. So I had to figure out cash, how much I needed. They wouldn't even pump until I gave them some money. So I had to give the cash first. And it was just a little bit different than I'm used to, but worked out fine after some negotiating. And then she didn't fill it as much as I wanted her to, so I had to do 2 purchases. And anyway, it got sorted out. Lesson learned, carry some cash with you. So there was lots of road construction on the way there, and they are serious in Tanzania about their road construction and their detours. It is not for the faint of heart. I'm not subjecting you to all of the road construction, but maybe some of the highlights. Yeah, it was a good way to start the day. It kept me on my toes, and I have to go fairly fast because I need to keep the bike upright, and when people are going slow, it's not as stable for me. So that's why I'm passing people and passing this truck and stuff. And also, I didn't want to eat a ton of dust. I did plenty of that today. But some of these people took the passing thing to a whole nother level, and it got a little bit like Mad Max out there at times. This guy's trying to make it happen, and it was a little crazy. And then we get to this next section up here, and it really got pretty congested. And I mean, it's gravel and ruts and potholes, and yeah, this guy, hello, how are you? So it's not the best road condition, and everybody's trying to get through it the quickest possible. And these big ruts for the drainage here, pretty crazy. But it all worked out. It's no problem. So right in here is where it kind of gets a little serious. All the congestion and people really just jockeying for position, just not the safest. And then everybody's just trying to get through, and me too. And oh, hello, can I get through there? Thank you. Yeah, and then we were on the asphalt for a little while anyway, and it was working out fine. Then I started turning north towards Kenya, and I have to go towards Kenya. Here you can see on the map, get up here to get around Kilimanjaro that you see way over on the right. This guy was very enthusiastic. There was a lot of enthusiastic people This is probably the best farmer's market that I had seen for a while. Really nice produce, looked really good. That was a nice place. And woman waving there. Lots of wavers. There's some more terrible road. And yeah, another spot of construction here. But overall, it was really good. There were some times that I felt unsafe. This, like, it opens up and have nice tarmac and everything. This was beautiful. Somewhere in there is Mount Kilimanjaro, but with all the clouds, it's impossible to see right now. But I do have a wonderful photo of it later. So there's lots of livestock too, and I'm not totally unaccustomed to livestock on the road growing up in Colorado. That guy waved, he was nice. We don't have a lot of goats on the road like they do here, but yeah, somewhere in there is Mount Kilimanjaro. Hard to say where, but these roads are great. There's one of the gates to Kilimanjaro there. And yeah, this was just beautiful country. And with these trees on here and stuff, that could have been anywhere in the US. They're not cottonwoods, of course, but similar appearance. And then we ran out of asphalt, and it was dirt roads for quite a while, trying to find Kilimanjaro still. And the feel really changed when I got onto the dirt road. Some people were still really nice. Look how enthusiastic that guy is, waving and stuff. But it was definitely a much more rural feel, and at times I did not feel safe. So this is very typical. Look at the goats there, and then a bunch of dudes sitting around in their bodas, and then a car passing really close. More goats. That dude was cool. Another cool person waving. So this cop was like waving at me, and I didn't understand what the hand signals were, but they didn't want me to stop, so I just kept going. And some super cute baby goats right there. Look at those baby goats. How cute. Hi. What a great young man. I didn't feel like making his life harder by riding the motorcycle through his herd of goats there, but he was making it happen. So more goats, and these goats, I was like going uphill and there was dust. I didn't feel like I could stop. So this little town, there was lots of young men like hanging around, and they would like holler and whistle and try and get attention, and it just did not feel good at all. Then I got behind this big truck. Look at all that dust. That was terrible. And this is why my face was so dirty earlier. And he's like creeping along, and just tons of dust. And I'm trying to be fairly close, so if an opportunity comes up to pass, I can pass. There's some friendly dudes. And then he like steps on the brake, I think signaling me to get ready to pass, but there's just no way I was going to pass there. A better rider possibly could, but I certainly couldn't. So anyway, I followed this guy for a long, long way and ate a lot of his dust. And then he finally stops, and I could get around him, thank goodness. But yeah, it was just kind of back and forth, and if I followed too close, see, he's pulling over here. He's got his blinker on, which makes me think he's pulling over, but there wasn't enough room for me to get around him. Here's where he stops. Praise Jesus. I snuck around there, and look at all these big ruts and this hill and stuff. I couldn't follow that close all the time because I couldn't see the road then, and I needed to see the road in some places. It was pretty treacherous here and there. Overall, it was good. No sand and no mud. Praise Jesus. But when it's all opened up like that, how wonderful. There's a friendly dude. Some more. But it just seems to be the groups of young men that really make me feel unsafe. Okay, so here, you can't see it, but this truck is stopping, but there's dudes all over the place, especially up on the right, and they're all on their little bodas, and they're like yelling and waving and everything. This dude had some kind of accident, it looked like. And that just didn't make me feel safe at all. And I didn't stop and help that dude, but like I said, I wasn't feeling safe. So anyway, the dirt stopped and I got onto asphalt, and I was so grateful. And then we got near this forest. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was really a change in scenery, and it was absolutely beautiful. Isn't it great? These two guys were too enthusiastic, but these kids were fun. They were hooping and hollering and having fun. Look at that load on that truck, or that car. Isn't that crazy? But such a beautiful forest. It was so much fun to ride in. Look at these trees. How beautiful they are. Yeah, and then just went on like this for miles and miles, or kilometers and kilometers. And some nice turns, and really lovely. So not only carrying some cash for gas, but also a paper map. My GPS and I started doing battle again, and it wanted me to turn down to the left here, down this roundabout, and that took me straight into Kenya. I didn't want to go to Kenya, and the road was terrible. It was terrible. It was all rutted and terrible. So I turned around and went back, despite the GPS yelling at me, and went down this way, and look at that big load. And then another load. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. But it was, GPS kept wanting to take me into Kenya, and I just didn't want to do that for sake of paperwork and stuff. Look at that boda load. And a beautiful tree. So I kept to there's my great picture of Kilimanjaro. Isn't that great? I kept to the right when the GPS kept telling me to go to the left, American flag. And ultimately it worked out, but it was a real battle. And so now I'm on the east side of Kilimanjaro heading south. And it's just beautiful, beautiful country. And then the GPS is telling me that I'm gonna have to turn left on a 4-wheel drive required gravel road. That did not sound appealing. So eventually I had to use the bathroom, and I turned into this gas station, and these two dudes were super cool, super helpful, watched my stuff. The bathroom was really clean, and I'm so grateful I stopped. And there's some women working, look how they're working, and some young men looking like they want to rob me. And these kids are super cute. Look how cute they are. They're so sweet. And that one, and then last but not least, that guy right there, super cool. So then I connected the highway, and I was grateful to be back on the highway, and headed almost due west again. And here I am riding like a local, passing probably when I wouldn't pass in the United States. Oh, I thought all those jungle gym stuff was cute for kids. And then you see this trucker waving me up. It was so nice. He was so courteous to help me out there. And then I turned down the road. This is where the GPS comes in handy to help me find places and help me find this hotel. We just do battle probably like 25% of the time. So Mama Thea Homes, awesome. Can't recommend this place enough. It was $30 a night for a really nice room, and that includes breakfast, and the food is really good. I had dinner here too. This was such a haven. Look how dirty I am eating that dust. Oh my gosh. But it was ultimately a great day, and I didn't wreck in the gravel. Oh, this dinner was so good. And there's Mama T. She was such a wonderful person. And then one of her staff, the director of the facility there, she's super nice too. Thank you for watching. It was so much fun. Thank you for the financial support. Really helped me out, especially tonight. Please give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please. And peace and love to you all.